Oh my god. So yes, Bioware definitely triggered the Anthem community with some recent comments about significant changes coming for the loot system. We'll go over that right now and then also the community's response. So hey everyone, what's up? Open World Games here. Hope you all are doing good today. And let us begin. So let's do this. As we face off against this War Titan on Grandmaster 2 difficulty, I kid you not, we're going to take this thing down. So, first of all, this was the response from Chad Robertson of Bioware to the concerns about the loot system. He says this: "We appreciate all the feedback from the community on the game. We love the passion and share it. We're not yet fully happy with the game's loot behavior either." Furthermore, he says the following: "One of the downsides of moving so fast to improve is that we're making changes to complex loot systems in several areas, and it's then harder to know how it's performing." And then he says this: "In the next few months, we're expecting to make significant changes, but we're starting with some incremental ones so we can better navigate the evolution. Our goal is to ensure the best possible player experience." And it was that phrase, that fateful phrase, "in the next few months," that triggered the Anthem community. Now, before I go into the responses here, what I do want to say is this. With the quality of life stuff, with the patches, I've been impressed with the improvements there. And I do definitely think that the loot system does need to be adjusted. You know, I played on stream for, I think it was 6 hours in total yesterday. Check out my streams, by the way. We'd love to have you guys drop by, see that description. But anyway, I was breaking down so many masterworks, and, you know, I even said, you know, my light machine gun legendary isn't even as good as my masterwork machine gun, which doesn't make any sense. So I really do think they need to fine-tune this loot system. But anyway, here's the responses about what Chad Robertson said here. Diego says this: "A few months, no new content, loot system change for a few months." And Jesse, community manager of Anthem, says this: "He means to the bigger picture regarding loot. There will still be new content and incremental changes to loot rolling out." And another response from Diego says this: "I think I know the answer to this question, but could you elaborate on what incremental changes mean and possible timing?" And the response was from Jesse, who says this: "Incremental changes are when we do a few changes at a time, like how we removed common and uncommon loot when you hit level 30, which was a great idea, but even still, I'm getting so many purples that I break them all down. I mean, what's the point? I have masterworks that I need to get to, man. And a lot of the purples are pretty much worthless. So, with that being said, summon the loot, Bioware. We need good quality loot. And a lot of people know this from, you know, Diablo, of course. So, yeah, a lot of people really want some improvements with the loot, which is definitely understandable for sure. So yeah, again, with my personal experience, you know, I do have some legendary components which are pretty good, like they're really good. But when it comes to weapons, like when I first heard this game advertised, I was thinking, yeah, this is a looter shooter. It's gonna have really like constant flow of weapons that you get. I was thinking Borderlands and stuff like that. I'm not getting like many weapons in terms of not even masterworks really. I can't think of the last time I changed up my masterwork weapon. It's been a long time because I haven't found anything worthwhile. Just my personal experience. I'm telling you what I have experienced personally. So, but again, when it comes to the patches and quality of life stuff, I've been really impressed with their progress in that regard for sure. And I hope that they keep with the incremental upgrades and stuff like that. Like, they should definitely be praised for that for sure. But the game, you know, if you're not impressed with your loot system, why would you release the game in this state? That's just my opinion. It's reminding me again of Battlefront 2 all over again. Like, come on now. I mean, the game wasn't in development for years and years. You should be like very happy with your loot system once you release the game. But I will keep you guys up to date what happens with the loot system. They keep upgrading it, and I expect them to keep making those incremental adjustments and changes. But apparently, again, we're going to be getting some sort of significant change. So what would you guys like to see changed with the loot system going forward? Sound off. Yeah, remember, check out my streams, fb.gg/openworldvideogames. We'd love to have you guys over there. This was one of the battles one of the highlights from the streams. And I did see some of you guys come in and say hello, which was really cool. But anyway, let's keep going here. So this was a response from the community. If Bioware just flipped the loot switch and kept it on, we'd all be playing right now instead of being on Reddit. It's a shame because the quality of life changes on the patch and buffs are nice. And this comes from, let me see here, Generic Zombie Vamp. So yeah, a lot of people agreed with him on that one. They're enjoying the quality of life improvements, you know, for sure. That's wonderful, but hey, the lifeblood of the game is definitely the loot. It's a looter shooter. But furthermore, this was posted here by Pat J 1994. He says this: I'm sorry, Bioware, but saying we are not happy with the loot right now either, and we plan on making changes over the next few months is not good enough. Not at all. Furthermore, he says this: something needs to be done right now. You had loot right last night for about 10 hours and then destroyed it this morning. Go back to that. Just hot fix it for God's sake. I'll just say that. We've all seen it's possible twice now. I'm sick of Bioware pretty much telling us to just shut up. So, yeah, they've been having these weird instances. For some reason, they've increased, like, the loot for, like, a few hours, and then they revert it back. And I don't know if they're, like, testing the waters to see how people respond or what the deal is with that, but it's definitely, like, pissing people off because they're like, oh my god, this game's amazing. We're getting so much good loot, and I'm getting rolls that I can actually use, and I'm actually able to re-roll real fast here. But then they revert it back, and then people are like, dang it, why? So that's one of the issues stemming from all this loot controversy as well. But furthermore, this is what Asimi97 says. It says, Bioware needs to make changes to the loot in the next few days, not months. In a few months' time, there won't be a player base left, and the almost laughable 90-day roadmap will not bring those people back. Let me know if you agree with that statement right there. I think there's some things on the 90-day roadmap that I am really looking forward to, like the Stronghold, the Mastery progression system, of course, and then the Vanity Chest as well. And then you got to look forward to the Cataclysms. But again, that stuff is coming late. Like, Cataclysm's coming in May. That's a long time to wait. I'm hoping nothing gets delayed. Like, honestly, I'm speculating here. I'm expecting stuff to get delayed with some of the problems with the loot system. So, yeah. But this was also posted here. Bioware apparently doesn't want me to play Anthem. This was posted by Vondruk, who says this. Now, he has some good stuff to say, so just wait for it. He says this right here. He says, Loot 2.0 in Diablo 3 was a direct result of the same problem, and look how long people have been playing Diablo 3. I do not log into Diablo 3 every day, but I still play it every season because it's fun and it feels rewarding for your time. There's always a path for you to progress. I sincerely hope that Bioware team figures out their version of Loop 2.0. I want to play Anthem. I love the gameplay and I like the story as well, but right now Anthem just doesn't love me back, so I think it may be time to move on. So yeah, and you know, even one of Diablo's own developers, it was Travis Day, I believe it was, who came out and gave his suggestions and advice, and he was basically, the gist of what he said was like, just offer the players good loot. That's all they want. They want stuff they can use constantly. I think good loot also translates to unique loot, by the way. That's my opinion. Like, stuff that's wildly different. Like, maybe it's not more powerful in that regard, but maybe it's different. Maybe something behaves different with a grenade, or like, I got to try that. Like, that sounds really different. So I think that also is a defining factor, at least in my opinion, for good loot. Sure, you want stuff to be more powerful, but you also want to be creative on the battlefield as well. Alright, so let's keep going here. So this was another one. It says, in the next few months, most of us will be long gone. You got tons of upvotes on that. He says this: fixing the loot issue isn't a problem to be debated over for the next few months. This needs to be fixed within the next few hours. This game and the decisions Bioware is making is like an emotional roller coaster. Why didn't loot go back up at all? Why did Masterwork Embers from the Harvesting get shadow nerfed? You guys do realize this is a looter shooter, right? Yeah, again, it's like the lifeblood of the game, and I get a lot of the concerns for sure. Next up, it says Bioware, here's the solution. 3,000 upvotes and counting up, and this comes from Generic Zombie Vamp again. And he says this, it says, fun going up if we get better loot. I found this one pretty funny. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple solution. And I think Bioware will get there in time. but I think it needs to be happening faster. I don't want this to be a Battlefront 2. It took Battlefront 2 forever, guys, like forever, just to even get the progression system up to date. And because of those updates and changes, it delayed everything else in terms of the new content. So I'm hoping that, you know, that content isn't delayed once again. All right, let's go over your top comments. Remember, leave a comment down below. Could end up right here in the video. So the first comment comes from Naruto. It says this: thumbs up if you're playing Anthem while listening to this at the same time. It seems like a lot of you guys are like playing Anthem while listening to my videos, which I found hilarious. But that's cool to know. Hopefully I actually make your ultimate bars fill a lot faster in some way. Alright, so next up it says Electro Slam Cannon says this: I'm so happy they fixed the staggering because I would get killed by the Wolven all the time because they would just stun lock me and I couldn't shoot back fast enough because I used primarily auto cannon. So yeah, see, some quality of life stuff definitely went into the recent patches, making the game better, improved, more fun. And yeah, by the way, mentioning that, I'm curious, how many of you are on PS4 and have noticed improvements in terms of crashes? That's a big question. Like, for real, if you can let me know in the comments below, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, next up, this comment comes from Jamie, who says this: dude, I'm still enjoying Anthem. I'm really encouraged by the speed of these patches, and your videos are so positive when it seems trendier just to bash the game and move on. Keep up the great work. Yes, I agree. They, have done a great job, you know, rolling out the consistent, constant patches. It seems like they are truly passionate about fixing the game's quality of life issues. But again, you know, I think a lot of, you know, what Chad Robertson said about the next few months, the wording there, I think, could have been, I think could have been better for sure. You know, I'm curious to see what the incremental upgrades are as well. So, going forward, I'm not too sure how they're going to handle the incremental upgrades, but I'm hoping that those are really good. Those do really need to be good for the loot system. But guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned here for more Anthem and open world gaming goodness. I'll be streaming, of course. Come on in, drop in, say hello. Again, I saw a bunch of you guys, like a lot of you guys coming into my stream and saying hello. You're like, oh yeah, I'm watching your YouTube video right now. Just want to drop and say hello. I thought that was so cool, so that was great. But don't be afraid to drop in. I do actually respond when I'm playing the games live. You guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.